Hi everyone. In this video, I will be sharing with you about our Yuva Chetana digital platform. Yuva Chetana is a website based application. So in order to access it, you just have to go on Google, search Yuva Chetana, and the first link that you are able to see here, yuvachetana.com, is the link of our platform. Specifically in this video, I will be sharing with you about fellow experience on Yuva Chetana, meaning what can a fellow do on the platform. Now, when a fellow comes to the platform for the first time, this is the landing page they will be able to see right here. They have to click on login and sign up button right here, which will take them to the login and sign up page. If a fellow is coming to the page for the first time, they will click on the sign up button, register themselves, and come back to login with their registered mobile number and password. Right now, I am logging in to a profile that I already have registered. As a fellow logs in, this is the interface they will be able to see. And I will take you through this interface from left side to the right side. And one by one, we will look at the features that we have. The first thing that the fellow will do is create profiles. Their profile, their Young Leaders Club profile, and the profile of the children in their Young Leaders Club. Each fellow works with around 10 to 15 children. So coming to my profile, this is how the profile of the fellow looks like. Fellows will be uploading their photo, their name. First category of the details is personal details. Details as in details of fellowship, meaning their fellow ID, team leader, their fellow status, and the batch that they belong to in the fellowship. Their personal details like gender, caste, religion, date of birth, their contact details, and lastly, their location details. Next category is education details. Here we will be capturing the college name, the course name, and also the year that the fellow is studying in right now. Lastly, the family details will include their parents' name and occupation. These details are collected not just to document fellows or track them, but these details will help us to understand our fellows, understand who our fellows are. Two features here are that the fellows will be able to edit their profile, upload or change their photo, or change any of the details in the three information categories. And lastly, the download and print button allows them to download a shareable PDF of their profiles, which they can share with their team, their family, or in their network. Next is the YLC profile, and the two main details we are collecting in the YLC profile are the learning center address and the learning center location. The address will be captured here by the drop down features. Fellows can update their Young Leaders Club address, and the map location can be updated by using any of these three features right here: live location, search on maps, or paste link. I will show you an example of updating location by using the paste link option. So this is the map, and somewhere here is the location that I want to add as my YLC location. So there are two ways I can add it. One is that I copy the coordinates of the location that the map will show me right here at the bottom, or that I copy the entire location link on the Chrome. I'm copying the link from the Chrome. Let's go to the paste link option, paste the link here, and click on extract location. The app will show location extracted. So once we click OK, the location will be updated here as my YLC location. Once I'm done with all my changes, I'll just click on save changes, and my YLC profile will be completed. Coming to the children's profile, there are two features here. One is add child profile, view child profile. So for the children profile also, we have similar details that we collected from fellows, just that they're more comprehensive. I have created some profiles here and I can show you how the profile looks like. So this is Chetana's profile. A fellow can add the photo and the name of their child in the learning center, and the details that the fellow adds for the child's personal details, education details, and parent or guardian details will also be reflected here in the profile of the child. The fellow can choose to edit the child's profile. Once the edits are done, they can click on update child profile and the changes will reflect here, or else they can download a shareable PDF. Now this PDF can be shared with the parent or guardian of the children or the school principal and staff, depending on who is it that the fellow is connected with when it comes to this child's guardians. With this, we are done with the profile section on our Yuva Chetana app. Now let's go to the assessment section of the platform. The assessments here are done solely with the intention to assess the 21st century core skills of both the fellows and the children. These assessments are designed in a way that they tell us where the fellow or child is in the 4 C's: critical thinking, creativity, communication, and collaboration. These assessments are not taken to measure, give marks, or give ranks to either the fellows or the children, but they are taken to for us to understand where the fellow or the child is and from where do we have to support them, what are their strengths and what are the areas that they struggle in. So I'll show you an example of how the assessment is taken and captured by using the children profile assessment. So assessments are taken twice, once at the beginning of the year and once at the end of the year. Assessments are designed to capture the scores for the 4 C's of the child or the fellow. Now the fellows will be trained by the team leaders and the district associates to conduct these assessments with all their children, and once the fellow has done taking the assessment, they will come to the platform only to update the scores like this on the platform. Once all the scores are added, the fellow will save the scores that will reflect here in the child's assessment. Later on, we will see the summary view of assessment data in the coming steps. Let's move on to the reflections section. Reflections section is where we will assign reflections to the fellows according to the fellowship timeline and events. As and when any reflection is assigned to the fellows, they will get a notification that a reflection is assigned, due date is so and so. So that is how the fellows will be able to submit their reflections on the platform. Coming to the right side, the first thing here is the notifications tab. So any task that is assigned to the fellows will reflect here. Any new task will reflect here, and in case the fellow has not submitted the task and they have crossed the deadline, the pending tasks with due days will be also shown here in the notifications tab. Now moving on to learning program. Learning program has 2 main tabs: Young Leaders Club Playbook and the Policies and Agreements tab. So Young Leaders Club Playbook is the module of the 100-day plan each and every fellow uses and follows throughout the year of the fellowship. So it outlines the YLC structure, the fellow journey, how the fellow will proceed throughout the fellowship, what are the tasks and how many days will it take, and what theme or what skill does this particular task cover. Another thing that this module has is the explanation of day wise plans, meaning each task is outlined into days in detail in the module right here. So day 1, what will a fellow do? Day 2 of the task, what will a fellow do? Similarly, for all the tasks, the plans are outlined in the model for fellow support. Coming to the policies and agreements section, this section is mainly to ensure that the values and principles of the organization and the fellowship are communicated to the BOSE fellows as expectations, that these values and principles will not be compromised on, and it is one of their responsibilities as BOSE fellows to always practice and protect the values. For example, I will share the child and adult protection policy. The policy right here outlines what is the purpose of taking this policy: to create a safe, respectful, and supportive environment for the children and adults that the fellow will work with throughout the fellowship. It outlines the commitments, the principles, and also the consequences of non-compliance. What the fellow will do here is they will read, understand this document fully, and then click this button right here saying that they acknowledge that they have read and understood, and after that they will click on the I agree and acknowledge button. Similarly, they will do for the rest of the policies. Coming to attendance tab. So learning program is tracked by the attendance that the fellows will put here. So attendance is captured for both the fellows and the children. Let us see how the attendance for the fellows is marked. Here there are two options: mark attendance and view attendance. How the attendance will be marked is, previously we have seen that there are tasks and there are specific assigned days for the task. For example, task 3 takes 6 days to complete, whereas task 8 will take 10 days to complete. So here all the tasks are a bit updated with the required days that they will take to complete. Fellow will update their attendance by adding the date and marking their attendance right here. Once they have done this, they will save and submit their attendance as and when they complete any day in all the tasks. Let's see in the children's assessment, children's attendance section, how we will be able to view the attendance. So selecting the module 1 or task 1, selecting the day, and marking view attendance. So it will show who are the children who were present, who are the children who were absent. So this data is crucial for a fellow because it tells them where their children are in their learning journey. If a child is constantly present and absent and suddenly not coming to the learning center, they will know that what can be done for this child, that an action needs to be taken regarding this child. And similarly for the fellows attendance, the team leader will know. If the fellows attendance is constantly on and off, then the team leader will know that there is an action needed to be taken for this fellow, and they will understand what is the problem and how they can support that fellow. Similarly, the fellows will do with the children. Now coming to the tasks tab. Tasks are assigned to fellows on this platform as and when needed in the YLC timeline of events. So as these tasks are present here, they have a deadline and a status here for the fellows to update. I have updated the YLC profile, so I've put it in completed, children profile completed, this in pending. So what will happen here is that as a fellow updates their tasks, they will click on submit tasks. Once the tasks are submitted, it will reflect in their profile. Now if the fellow is doing their task within the deadlines and is on track, then there is no need of any action to be taken. But if the fellow has delayed any task, then the team leader will know that so and so fellow has not submitted task number 1, task number 5, and then the TL can reach out to that fellow, understand what the struggle is, and then see how they can support them from there. Lastly, we will come to performance tab. So learning program is tracked by attendance and my tasks, and it is measured by the performance tab, meaning the performance of the fellow and the children will appear here. For example, this is the child summary of the YLC. This is the attendance summary. Who are the children, their classes, and their attendance percentages throughout so far in the learning center. Again, the learning summary shows their baseline scores and their endline scores for us to track. Now, coming to the fellows performance. Here it is written as my performance, meaning the fellow's performance. The attendance will be updated as and when the fellow updates their attendance in the attendance tab. The learning level will be updated based on the scores the team leader have given to the fellows in their assessments, and the task completion will be automatically updated as and when the fellows update their tasks in their profile, update the task status. So lastly, fellows will also be able to see a organization structure which outlines the initiatives that the organization works with, the location that the work is going on in, and who are the point of contacts and the youth teams working in that location for that initiative. Along with it, it captures the overall impact and the people reached throughout these initiatives. With this, we come to an end for the fellow experience on Yuva Chetana platform.